Hello riders, return of a legend. Welcome to Bike Informers, your ultimate source for everything on two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into something that's shaking the motorcycle world to its core. The 2026 Honda NSR500 V3, a stunning revival of one of the most iconic two-stroke racing machines in history. Honda has officially brought back the NSR legacy, and it's not just a nostalgic tribute, it's a technological rebirth that merges racing heritage with modern engineering brilliance. The original NSR500 was a beast that ruled the Grand Prix circuits in the late 80s and 90s, piloted by legends like Mick Doohan and Wayne Gardner. Now, more than 2 decades later, Honda has reignited that flame with the V3 edition, a completely re-engineered model designed for a new era of performance and precision. Design language, classic soul, futuristic form. From the very first glance, the 2026 Honda NSR500 V3 captures the spirit of its predecessor, while embracing futuristic aesthetics. The design is pure aggression with aerodynamic smoothness. Honda's designers have kept the retro GP-inspired tail section, a narrow mid-body, and the iconic dual air intakes at the front. But every panel has been sculpted using aerospace-grade carbon fiber and lightweight aluminum subframes. The overall silhouette pays homage to the NSR lineage, compact, lean, and razor-sharp. The LED headlight setup mimics the classic race number plate, and the exposed frame gives the bike a raw, mechanical look. The color schemes also reflect Honda's racing DNA: Repsol Edition, HRC Matte Silver, and Racing Red Pearl, all carrying that unmistakable aura of speed and dominance. Engine and performance. The power plant is rumored to push well above 190 horsepower, with a rev ceiling designed to mimic Grand Prix-style acceleration. Advanced two-stroke thermal management and electronically metered oil delivery, combined with low-emission post-combustion treatment, allow the NSR500 V3 to remain surprisingly candidate-friendly for modern homologation. Honda is reportedly using a hybrid lubrication mapping system that manages efficiency without flattening the raw edge enthusiasts associate with the NSR badge. Chassis and handling dynamics. The chassis complements the compact V3 engine layout through a featherweight twin-spar frame that blends aluminum rigidity with revised flex geometry. A central mass distribution architecture has been employed to give the bike startling agility without sacrificing stability in high-speed cornering. Paired with electronic suspension intelligence borrowed from Honda's racing programs, the NSR500 V3 promises hyper-precise chassis feedback that encourages aggressive corner entry and late braking. Electronics package. Honda has included a forward-thinking electronics suite to maintain control over this revived power phenomenon. Expect multiple power delivery modes, multi-stage traction control, predictive wheel lift mitigation, real-time telemetry logging, and dynamic engine braking logic. The intent is not to tame the machine but to allow the rider to unlock its depth with less compromise. This level of precision brings racing-style tuning tools to street riders willing to extract every millisecond of performance. Aerodynamics and design. Aerodynamic shaping takes heavy inspiration from modern MotoGP philosophy while still nodding to the silhouette of the classical NSR line. Integrated winglets, a tapered subframe, and a razor-line tail reduce turbulence and help translate engine thrust into meaningful acceleration. The bodywork is sculpted around the engine volume to maintain a racing posture rather than a showroom aesthetic exercise. Honda appears determined to offer a function-first design that honors the lineage of purpose-built track machines. Heritage meets future engineering. What makes the NSR500 V3 remarkable is not just its performance promises, but what it represents historically, the rebirth of a visceral experience the motorcycling world thought was gone forever. In a market shifting heavily toward electrification and silent efficiency, Honda's decision to revive a flagship racing identity is both daring and symbolic. The new NSR is designed to remind riders what it feels like when machinery is allowed to breathe at full intensity, so long as engineering mastery keeps it within the boundary of future regulations. Expected market positioning. Industry insiders suggest a limited production run, premium pricing, and a rider profile that bridges collectors, purists, and serious track enthusiasts. The 2026 NSR500 V3 will not be a mass-market commuter. It will be a Halo P. Conclusion. The 2026 Honda NSR500 V3 is poised to reignite excitement in high-performance motorcycle culture, not as a museum piece, but as a fully functional tribute to raw racing architecture. Its three-cylinder configuration, electronic sophistication, and aerodynamic realism establish a new chapter for Honda's legendary NSR nameplate. As more information surfaces ahead of launch, the motorcycle community is already bracing for what could become one of Honda's most defining releases of this era. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more updates on upcoming machines and engineering breakthroughs, stay tuned to Bike Informers for more in-depth breakdowns and exclusive analysis.